Greetings, the Astro 30 here yet again, and today we're looking at another preamp solution. I wasn't quite happy with the results of the first one, where it just had a emitter follower and this transistor here. When we put in 550 millivolts, we ended up with about 400 out, which is okay. It's not quite a voltage follower, but it's a little bit, yeah. Anyway, today I'm going to look at another version of that schematic that's on that website that I shared in the first video. I'll link it in this one. Now, we've got this input transistor here with this convoluted voltage divider network. That's neither here nor there. But I've calculated between these two resistors here that the gain's going to be less here than what we put in. I mean, that just needs to be proven by testing, but yeah, which means we might have to play with this resistor value. Anyway, the collector of that is DC coupled to the base of this 547, so it's getting set into class A by this transistor and this resistor, and it just has a 12k resistor here, so the impedance is slightly higher than the last circuit, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the circuit's the same. Got standard backsandle circuit, part of the feedback network of this transistor. So this transistor is boosting gain of the frequencies and not actually providing any overall gain. So this is only going to be a short video. So let's build this up on breadboard. I'm going to use that bigger one today. I don't need the power amp on it anymore. And see how well it works. I've got the first transistor of the input stage built. Just the first transistor. The emitter follower is not in circuit. I've just got it AC coupled to the oscilloscope. So at 15 volt supply, turn the load on. We indeed have an output, but I was right. Yes, we're getting about 200 millivolts less than what I'm putting in. And I can get about a volt out of it before it starts to clip. So that means I need to play with the 15k resistor that goes from emitter to ground to a lower value to get a slightly higher output. So I've got a trim pot installed in place of that resistor with some wires, configured as a variable resistor, and considering where it's set, I'm getting 0.78 volts out of it now. So I'm going to just gently turn the pot anti-clockwise, because I want roughly about a little more than a volt out of it with a 500 millivolt input signal. I've got about 1.3 there. And then I can measure the resistance of that potentiometer and see what resistor value needs to go in its place. So according to this, about 3.4k. Because it's running on 15 volt, it'll be running on 24 in the end. I might want to make that just a tad bit higher. So probably 3k9 should do there. Okay, the 3k9 resistor is in. Let's turn the power on. 1.14 volt roughly. I reckon that'll be perfect. If I do adjust the voltage, it is starting to get affected when it goes down to 8 volt, but at 12 volt, still around about the 1.13 mark. So, okay. So currently this is the part that I've built, this circuit here. So that's the 3k9 now. So now I'll add in the emitter follower transistor and the capacitor and test the output again. Alright, emitter follower is in. This is kind of fun. And we indeed do have an output. I apologise for the cables in the way, but if I crank up the oscillator's output amplitude, look at that. I think we're clipping around the 4.5 volt mark, which is okay. Yeah, clipping it around 4.2 volts, somewhere like that, but that's fine. Okay, moving on to the final stage, which is incorporating this network back into it again in the same configuration it was in the other. I don't see any reason to change it, and see if we still get an output. and we haven't lost too much voltage. We will lose a little bit of voltage, probably about 100 millivolt or so here, but that's fine. Right, I've got the output side built now with my bass and treble network connected, and we do have an output. It's about 200 millivolt less than what was going into it, which is fine. Rotate the treble pot. We can see it's doing something to the signal. That's cut. This one is bass. Again, it's doing something to the signal. It's only 1 kilohertz or thereabouts, so it's not going to have that much effect on it. So yeah, it's working, and I reckon it's in its happy spot at the moment of output voltage. So I know it should work fine into that little power amp. I don't really need to do anything else to it, I don't think. I really should construct up the discrete headphone amplifier, probably somewhere up here, just to make sure that the preamp plays nice with it and that we get a decent output. But what I will do is, the balance control is normally connected across this, where this 10k resistor goes into the capacitor, so that needs to be put in, but I don't have 100k linear. But I can put a 47k between it and ground, so it's actually giving the impedance there that would normally be there if there was a pot. I just want to see how much the output voltage drops off. The 47k resistor is in just behind this red cable from the oscillator. That's to simulate a balance pot, and the output has dropped off by 200 millivolt or so. So it's still outputting at 550 millivolts in, 760 out, so it's still giving us a little bit of a boost, and for my purposes this is probably about right where the gain should be. So if we take our 760 millivolts out divided by what's going in, that's a gain of roughly 1.3, we'll say 1.4, which is pretty good. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit further off camera and get back to you. It seems fine where it is, so I'm going to leave the configuration of the circuit alone now. I'm just going to do a quick frequency sweep. So I'll go up in frequency. As we can see, the output voltage at nearly 5 kilohertz is not changing that much. And if anything, when we go down to 300 odd hertz, goes up slightly. Now if I play with the bass pot, we do get an increase, but it starts to clip. But then again, we are pushing out the full voltage. If I limited the input voltage down to where it would be with the volume control, then yeah, it would function a lot better without distortion. That's the treble. So I'll need to I'll just change the volts per division so it's a little easier to see. Yeah, even with the treble boost it's not clipping that much, and we're getting 2 volt peak to peak out. Okay, let's back that frequency down real low and play with the bass pot. Well, it doesn't appear to be clipping, and that's 3.25 odd volt peak to peak. Change the time base. No, it's not clipping. That's fine. Okay, so well, we know that it works reasonably well. So what I should do now is build up the headphone amplifier section, because it's going to be included on the final preamp in the final design anyway, and just make sure that this circuit functions with that headphone amplifier without oscillating or doing stupid shit like that. And I'll also put an inline volume control so we're not overdriving things. Alright, I'll get to that now. Alright, the headphone amplifier is built up the back of the board there. I'm using a 47 microfarad 16 volt as an input cap. I don't have any more 10s, and I'm using a large 100 microfarad 100 volt cap as an output capacitor. It's overkill. And with a inline volume control, it is actually outputting, and we're getting 100 millivolts roughly across a 49 ohm load. And that's not at its full volume either, that's just so it's going into a load. Now I'm just going to play with the volume pot. The pot is currently around a third the way up. As we can see, it is increasing. And yeah, well, we're getting quite a fair amount of output. I don't know why it keeps losing connection like that, but anyway, what I might do is I might hook up a pair of headphones, well, one side of the headphone across it, and see what it's like. Headphones connected, and I can hear it is coming out. Yeah, alright, let me just put them on. That is fairly loud into my ear. There is quite a considerable amount of hiss coming out of the thing too, which is, well, okay. Just turn the treble up. It's not oscillating. I can hear the treble's doing something. The bass is also doing something, so that's good. Just doesn't sound like it's outputting much in the way of voltage though. Not into the headphones. Okay, well I've got an audio source hooked up to it now other than the oscillator. It is driving at pretty painful levels. It's not really distorting either. Yes, the oscilloscope's still connected. That's with the output of my laptop up full, so that's where it was in the last test on the first preamp I tested. So it is working. I think I'm going to leave it alone in its current configuration and do up a PCB. So to finalise this video, let's have a look at the changes to the schematic. We're not going to worry about the headphone amplifier at the moment. Okay, so that worked out successfully. Here's the changes. Ignore this one, I changed the wrong resistor value. This original resistor here was a 15k, it's now a 3k9, and we're getting roughly a gain of 1.3 between the input and output. And it has enough output there to drive the headphone amplifier as well. So yeah, so that's all that's changed on the circuit. The rest is all the same. And what I didn't show in the intro here is obviously how we control our volume and balance. That 47k that I put in there is going in reference to if this was in the center. So yeah, we do get a little bit of a voltage drop on the output, but that's fine. But this is how it would be wired going through a capacitor. That's just input impedance resistor. Volume control comes out the center through 10k through one side of the pot. In this case, if this was the left channel shown, the clockwise position would connect to here, and the center goes to ground, and the counterclockwise position goes to the right hand channel. So, and that's it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to rate, comment and subscribe below, and you can always follow me on Facebook and become a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. I know I did say this month I was going to make an AMA video, but I didn't quite get to 2,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. By the end of this month I will do that AMA video. Anyway, for now, that's going to leave it here. That was my phone falling on the floor for the 15th millionth time. Anyway, I'm the Astro 30. See ya. Have a great day.